Hey guys, Mike McGuire, fresh off group training session number 2 for Team in Training here at Hawrelak Park this week. Again, another great run. We went for about 54 minutes, just shy of 7 kilometers. Nice, easy stroll through the park, so to say. But the best part is that you know that's almost a third of the half marathon I'm going to be running coming up in September for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. Again, you can please, if you have it in you, if you have it available, click on this link right here and you can pledge me. And I'm going to introduce you now to a friend of mine who was actually there for my first run in Seattle back in 2010. His name is Jamie. He's a great buddy of mine. I'm pleased to have him back on our team this year, and more importantly, he has an incredible story.
My name is Jamie Moffat. What first brought me to Team in Training and the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society was I got a postcard in the mail in December of 2009, and I was at an interesting stage in my life. My dad had just passed away in October of 2009, and my mom was suffering from leukemia, amongst other things. She was pushing 80 and had some health issues. I got this card in the mail to learn how to run a marathon and raise funds for Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. So I remember phoning my mom and saying, "Mom, like, what's this medicine you're on?" Because she had mentioned that she's on an experimental new medicine, and it's called Gleevec. And as it turns out, Gleevec came into being as a direct result of the fundraising that's been done by the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society and by the Team in Training program. So my mom told me that it cost $3,000 a month to the society for her to get this medication. And so I said, "Well, what are the results of this medication?" And she told me that it was it put her disease in remission. It didn't cure her, but it stopped the progression of the disease. I had never run anything beyond a couple of kilometers in my life. I'd never done an endurance training event. I was pretty out of shape. I think group training made it so much easier because it was so hard for me to motivate myself to get out and run. And you know, there were days where I didn't want to get out of bed and go run, but I knew I had to. But having the accountability of the group training really made a difference for me, knowing that every Saturday I was running. My mom came to the race in Seattle in the end of June 2010. She lived on Vancouver Island, so I arranged for her to come over on the Victoria Clipper. When I came to the finish line, emotionally I was spent. It was a very emotional moment for me. Physically, I was, you know, sore, sticky, sweaty. I'm sure I didn't smell very good. But you know, emotionally, I was kind of weepy actually when I was coming up on the finish line, because I'd trained for 4 months for this thing. Yeah, my mom was waiting for me at the finish line, and I was looking for her because there was, you know, a few people around, quite a few, and then I saw my mom there, and I ran over to her and I wrapped my arms around her and I cried. I sobbed. Well, after the race completed, my mom spent the weekend with me in Seattle, and then we celebrated her 80th birthday here in Edmonton. And she went home, I guess around the 7th, 8th of July, and about 3 weeks later, I was talking to her regularly, and she caught a cold. By Monday, it turned into pneumonia, and so she was in the hospital. My brothers were contacting me, and I was talking to them daily. And about a week after that, I got a call from my brother saying they are asking for a directive of treatment for her. And so I got on the next plane to Victoria and went up to Duncan and spent the last few days with her, and she passed away. Team in Training and the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, the marathon, the timing was perfect. I got to spend 10 days with my mom that, you know, at the end of her life, that were really spectacular. I was going to run last year, but it was a little soon, and I have a busy life with 4 children and jobs and so on. But this year I made the commitment, and I involved my family in it. And I said, look, I'm going to do this again because I want to run another marathon in memory of my mom. And what a difference she made in the world. You know, there are so many causes out there, and there's so many people with their hands out asking for donations. But at the same time, you know, the reason that I'm choosing to continue with Leukemia and Lymphoma Society is the people. It's a really amazing experience to train with a group of strangers, and you're all doing the same thing, you get to know each other. But I think more than that, you know, it was a disease that my mom had that it's affected so many people. And I mean, I raised enough money to pay for 1 month of my mom's medicine. 1 month. Gleevec kept my mom alive for 3 or 4 years, longer than had she not taken it. So Gleevec and the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society let me spend a few extra years with my mom, which I'm really grateful for. So I'm giving it back because I can.